Okay, hi. Today again, I just want to practice my English with solving algorithm on lead code. So let me share my screen right now. Okay, it's not this one. Let me move here. Okay, here. I just copy the problem from lead code and place it in my VS code. So the problem is 1,000 this question, right? Queens that can attract the king. So let me just see. Okay, so that's what I'm copying here. Okay, so what the problem wants us to do here on a zero indexes 8 times 8 chessboard, chessboard, chessboard. There can be multiple black queens at one white king. You are giving two you are giving a 2D integer array queens where queens at I is equal to x queen i's and y queen i's mean gonna be x and y represent the position of the its black queens on the chessboard. You are also giving an integer of the king of two lengths where the king is x king and y king represent the position of the white king. So what we going to do here, my approach. So we know that our input queens will be always like not more than 8 times 8, right? So the box of the should be um, not more than 64 position if something else. Okay, and then the queens will or the king is also have two position x and y. So and another one, let me check here. I think okay, what they have like constant here on the list code. Let me just copy here. Constraint. Constraint is like okay, queen length is like always 64. I mean not more than that. Like it's gonna be the length of the queens will always have at least one and then less than 64. So queen's length will be equal to king length. Okay, in this case, right? This means we can pass one uh, array matrix inside. So in this case, like let me say like this, right? So let's say you pass this one, what we expect to return 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so I believe to be returned this one. And or the given position are unique. I mean the giving position here is gonna be unique. You cannot have the multiple position. Okay, let's work on what is that's what our question. So what the time complexity in this case I want to do is like the approach what I think I need to have let me just write down, right? So I believe we have to initial ornament create the create just gonna write pseudocode now. Create created the result set to empty array. Okay, that's what we want to return, right? Result set to empty array. And then I'm going to have like a direction which we want to keep track on positions of queen, but we're gonna start the position from king, right? So then from king, we want to go around the king, right? So like can go to 8 direction. So in the direction, what we want to set is like we want to go to left, right, and on the up and down. Also, we have to go at the that all di di all diagonal position. So we go up, down, left and right, and diagonal position. So it's gonna be 8 directions. because we want to use the king to be the start point, and then if we go and then met the queen, that's what we get the result. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create direction like as I say, right? So it's gonna be left and right here. Oh no, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, it should not just, okay. So what we do here, we want to do um, up and down, right? Up and down position. And then what is up and down? Let me just think. Let me draw it. Okay, up and down will be uh, from row will be one, and then column will be zero, and start from row one and column zero. That is gonna be up and down, and then we want to do left and right. Left and right will be zero, and go to the left at minus one. And then what we do here, we're gonna start from zero and then go to one position. That's gonna be left, left, left. This will be left and right. Okay. So then another four position. What we do, we need to go to diagonals. So diagonal position, diagonals. Okay, diagonals. We have to go like four directions. So what we do here, oh sorry, diagonal. Okay, so we want to here like okay, let's say we have to go subtract one row and column will be one, and then uh, row will be subtract by one, and then column subtract one. And another one will be subtract one to go in another way. Okay, subtract one, and have two more direction. Let me just copy here. And okay, and then I'm gonna change here, but another one go to this way will be one and uh, subtract by one, subtract column by one, and then the last one should be one and one. Okay, okay, that one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. That's what it be like direction, and then okay, so let me create the set of direction with okay direction. Okay, okay, direction is okay, and we going to create a set to hold a queen value because each say it's just unique, right? There are the queen position will be all unique. So create set to store queen position. Okay, position. So what I gonna have here, I gonna use set queen set, right? And queen set we're gonna use new set from JavaScript. And then what I'm going to do here, I'm gonna use queen as input from here, right? Our queen input, and then dot map, and then we're going to have x and y because we want to attract position x and y. And what I'm going to do here, I'm gonna transform the value to be 10 because I just want to wrap them in the one position. So 10 times x and adding by y. So we get the number of the screen set. So let me show you what is happened from the set. So just console log to see what is it because I want to use an array the number. Okay, let me just test with the first one. So this in this case we should get zero. Okay, yeah, get one because we have 1 and 10. Okay, so and then just let's show you another one. Yeah, this one. What we get is set, right? So we get set one, this one, right? We one only one because uh x time, right? It's one time 10. Okay, 10, 44. 33, and 22. Okay, that's what we already have our own set. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another function to, okay, no, sorry. We have to iterate through, we want to iterate through the direction, iterate through, because, okay, in this case, we want to move queen, right? Our queen, our king direction. So we want to start from king, right? So in this case, what we're going to do, we want to iterate through the direction, and then we can get the position of each direction and go through on each queen. So we're gonna check like iterate through direction to get to move the direction with will start from king position. Okay, so in this case, I'm gonna use for loop. So no, for op. Okay, by using x and y from the direction. So I gonna say that we just use JavaScript this factoring x and y to get x and y, right? Of direction. So that's what we're gonna do here, and I'm gonna just return result here. But our logic is not done yet. Okay. In that inside, oh sorry, it's a return result. Okay. Inside our for loop, what we want to move is like we want to check its position is at track with the queen or not, right? So that's why we want to iterate to the direction, and then we gonna increment the direction from the the king position, like go to east around, right? Around the king, right? And then we're gonna check if there are value in queen set. That's what we gonna add the position to the result. That's what we want to return. So in here, I'm gonna use the helper function. The helper function, I'm gonna move position function. Okay, function to move the position. Position, because I create this function outside, so I'm gonna say move position. What we need to accept at the parameter, right? We need to have parameter as king and x and y. That's what we want, and then we also have to have king, and we also have to have queen set, and then we also need to have result because we want to use the result to pushing or adding our value to. Okay. And yeah, what I do here, let me just going to copy here. Okay. That's what we should have. And then what we're going to do inside here, we want to have, let's see, the prompt have egg and queen, egg and king, right? So what we do here, I'm going to say, let king, a king is like king at 0, and then let y king is gonna be king at 1. Okay, so we want to get king and this, the king x and y. And what we do now, we want to iterate, right? Wow, it's true. Wow, true. What we do, we want to have uh, a king, right? A king adding up with x, which we pass as a parameter for move position. With like x is like x direction, right? Okay, maybe got the x direction, x there, and y there. I can say that. So let me just change the variable name. Okay, x there and y there. I just it more makes sense to understand. Okay, x and y direction. So what we do here, x king gonna be adding by x direction, and then the y king will adding by y direction, and then that we want to have the other condition. So if we reach out of the board, what we do here, we check if, mm, let me see, if our x king less than 0 or x king greater or equal than 8, because our board is not gonna more than 8 times 8, right? And what also we check at y as well, y king, yep, x king and y king, uh, not not more than less than 0, and y king is not more than or equal to 8. Sorry, 8. That is mean what we do. We just break out of the loop. Okay, yeah, we check like if there are like in this case, right? In this case, so oh no, sorry. In this case, our king is 0 0 is mean on the corner. So if there are here, we want to break. And then we have another condition. What we do, we're gonna set if queen set, because we already set, right? If queen set is the value from the queen here, which gonna be unique. Okay, queen set has, and what I'm gonna do is the same way I doing here, right? The value, x and y. Okay, so what we do, time x the time x the oh no no no, because we want to iterate through. Okay, one second, let me think about. Okay, what we want to check if the queen set has queen set has if the queen set has the value of the queen value. So what we do, we're gonna use if queen set have king, yeah, king x king adding by y king. If there are the value inside the queen set, what we do, we want to adding result by putting uh, x king and y king to the value. So that's what we get the position of uh, queen position which attract the queen, the king, right? And then don't forget to break out the loop. Okay, that's it. I think that should work. So let me to understand. Let me just walk through the code again. Okay, we have our queen and king. We create the result which we're going to return at the end. We create a set of direction to go around the king. Okay, like have up and down, left and right, and diagonal. And then we have a set which gonna store the queen position. I mean the queen position value. Okay, and then what we do here, we iterate through direction of the direction, right? We iterate through the direction here to get the direction which will start from the king position, and then we will use that to attract the queen. So I'm create the helper function. It's called move position. Well, I'm passing here like a x position and y position, and then also pass a king because I create the function outside of this function, and then passing queen set and result. And then our logic is already, I mean, our logic is in this function, moving position. Okay, what we do here, we set the x king at the king as select at the row, it means index 0, and y king is set to the king at index column, it means index 1. And then while true, right? While is not reaching out the board. So what we do, we want to add king to the direction x and y. So that's why our position is our logic, right? We move around to check until we reach out of the board or reach out of the king or the queen position. And then what we do here, if x position less than 0 or x position greater than or equal to 8, it means not going to be more than 8, right? Or the y position is less than 0 or not more or equal to 8. So that if that's so, we want to break out of the function or break out of the loop. And another if position we want to check if our value inside the queen space it had the value, right? So what we do is mean we want to use the number to just attack the position of x and y king which we have it here and then we iterate like increment each time in the while loop while it's true. And then if so we have found it, we want to push the result of the position to the result and just break out of the loop and then we return the result. So let's see and run to see if the code is working. I hope it's work. Okay, that's one, two. Okay, that's cool. Is this one is not need to be in order, so I'm gonna go to lead code and then using that, our code here. Okay, let me just screw. Okay, I'm going to use this code and run to see in our lead code if our lead code is passing. Okay, here, and then just gonna copy and paste it here. Oh, sorry, I passed the wrong one. Copy code on my VS Code, and then I'm gonna run in lead code if my code is passing. Okay, let's run to see. Gonna click submit. No, I'm gonna run first. Okay, let's see. It is passed. Okay, that's passing. Accepted. Okay, cool. And then just submit. That's cool. Okay, that's cool. That's so cool. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope to create another video to just listen to myself. Okay, thank you. Bye.